Hi, sweetheart.
This is a tough morning for Pippa. It's not any easier for her foster mom, Valerie Watson. They're about to say goodbye.
It's gonna be sad. We'll miss her. Good to see her again.
Valerie is joining other pet fosters in this fast food restaurant parking lot as they prepare to put the dogs they have been caring for on a vehicle that will take them to their permanent homes.
Oh, my heart is broken. She's so sweet and quirky, so I'm sad to let her go, but I know she's going to a great family, so that's a good thing. It's a good thing.
You are helping families come together.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
She has her eyes on everything.
Oh yeah, she's very observant.
The journey will take the dogs about 36 hours to the northeastern United States. The DFW Humane Society launched this program in January to help Irving dogs find homes there.
There's a much greater demand for pets in the Northeast.
You're in New Hampshire. What are the conditions there that cause there to be a shortage of adoptable animals?
It's crazy, isn't it? I know you have the opposite condition in Texas.
Both rescue organizations and potential adopters see the challenge. There in Connecticut, how tough is it to find a dog?
It's a fairly limited supply.
More people in the Northeast have their pets spayed or neutered, so they don't have a problem like we do here in the South, where there are a lot of unwanted litters.
And the result of that big push has created a increased demand and low supply.
It's okay, sweetie.
This transport initiative works to balance that supply and demand. It builds upon a program volunteer Amanda Rainey launched in Irving years ago.
It's a lot of time and it is a lot of effort, but it does really bring me a lot of joy.
Seeing dogs that are here for 5 and 6 months in a shelter with no applications and then they get picked, within a week of being pitched to our transport partners is probably the most satisfying kind of thing. I can imagine it can be lonely for the dogs, here in a shelter.
Here's how the program works. First, they work to identify the right dogs for transport.
Every Saturday we are here.
They bring out just about every dog.
We're excited to pair him up and see how he interacts.
And observe everything.
Nope. The dog has to be animal friendly. Oh, got distracted. Gotta check my P-mail. They're also looking for dogs that are hardy temperaments, right? Because if you're gonna be on a transport, whether it's 2 days or the 5-day transport, you've gotta have some security, right? So we don't want dogs who are super nervous or skittish. We want dogs that are super happy-go-lucky like these two nuts here.
Step 2, they connect with rescue organizations in the Northeast and share what they have learned.
We do a great job of taking some photos. We'll take videos of them.
Shayla and China are just taking a little break.
We find out information about the dog, and then we're able to, before the dog even leaves Texas, do a really good job of matching it with a few families here so that when it arrives, there's already families eager to meet the dog.
Step 3 is a critical one, and it's one where the DFW Humane Society needs some help. It's time to find a local foster.
So we're always looking for, recruiting, trying to find fosters who are able to open their homes, to these dogs.
Give me your paw. Oscar. Oh, smart boy.
Beyond helping the dogs with socialization and other skills, being out of a shelter before transport is a requirement of some state and federal codes.
Animals do have to stay in a foster home for a minimum of 2 weeks before they're allowed to travel. We want to make sure that once that animal gets on transport, it's not harboring any illnesses that in close confines could infect other dogs along the way. So it's just another safety measure that we have.
He's like a big teddy bear, which I love.
Otherwise, fosters get to have fun and enjoy the company of a dog.
Some of our staff and volunteers are referring to it as pet sitting, which is really what it is.
The DFW Humane Society pays for food and required veterinary checks.
For each dog to be able to transport, they have to have what we call the doggy passport, which is a health certificate.
In some cases, they have not been able to find fosters like the ones you see here. That drives up expenses.
The not so optimal solution that we have is we can put dogs in boarding. However, in order to best set them up for success, we prefer that they go straight into a home. That way we can see how they act, once they're acclimated into a normal kind of life.
Next, it is time to transport. And that brings us back to this parking lot. Pippa's foster mom is getting ready to say goodbye after they have spent 2 weeks together getting to know each other in the earliest weeks of her life.
We have 2 dogs ourselves at home, and the 3 of them have just been having so much fun playing together. I just want her to find a good home and have a great, loving family that'll raise her.
Telling her she was beautiful and was going to have a happy life.
Ready, baby girl?
For some of these dogs, the long road ahead is nothing compared to the one traveled.
I want to help them all.
Irving Animal Services picked up a couple of these dogs as strays all the way back in September. They soon transferred to the DFW Humane Society.
The majority of the pets that we transfer for the program come from Irving Animal Services.
That's helping to keep the live release rate for animal services at 90%, higher than many municipal shelters. And you have a pretty ambitious goal this year.
Yes, our goal really is to rescue about 150 additional pets this year using the transport program, and we're really on track to do that.
All great numbers, but for the people involved in this program, nothing beats the experience for both fosters and rescue groups.
When I was at the transport pickup for Aria on Saturday, we were all in tears, and we've done it a million times. It's very emotional.
Welcome to New England.
Ready to foster again?
Yeah, I'm actually fostering, I think, in a couple of weeks.
And what's the best part about fostering?
Just knowing that you saved a life.
She stayed to see Pippa leave on her way to her new life. So we're so happy to show you this connection. Who is that you have with you?
This is Pippa.
Pippa, can you sit?
I'm really appreciative to anybody who fostered her down in Texas. And, you know, if she has brothers and sisters or cousins, we here in Connecticut, I had so many people ask me if I was going to keep her because they wanted to adopt her.
While there is only one Pippa, there are many more Irving dogs on the way to the Northeast thanks to volunteers, fosters, and rescue groups working to match these dogs with loving families.
Oh, there you are.
Thomas Gandy for City Source.